I feel like I've said this a lot already this year, but welcome to my channel and my new in at Sainsburys taste test. And I'm going to kick it off with one of these peach and almond muffins. Peach flavour muffin with peach pieces and peach filling, topped with peach flavoured buttercream and almond slices. So it's mostly peach. I have to say, that does look kind of impressive to me. This is a beast of a muffin, but it feels really light, really, we'll just say damp again. And it does smell of peach. This is where I need an extra hand. So that's the inside. You can just see a little bit of peach there. It's soft, fluffy, light, really delicious. Let's have a bit from the top. Don't know that I can bite into the buttercream. It's really good. The almond pieces give the tiniest bit of texture, not really any flavouring. I'll be honest, I'd probably prefer it without the almond, but it's a really nice light peach flavour and not at all synthetic. Highly recommend them to you guys. Yum. Sainsburys apricot and mascarpone cake. Sponge cake topped with mascarpone buttercream, filled and topped with apricot jam and decorated with white chocolate decorations. I will be back with a slice in just a minute. It looks pretty well balanced in terms of the ratio of sponge, filling and buttercream. Guys, this is incredible. It's light, it's fluffy. The apricot jam is really delicious and the mascarpone buttercream isn't overly sweet, but very, very creamy. It just works so well. I really rate this cake, and that is after just one bite. Sticking with the apricot theme from Sainsburys, we have this apricot and amaretti biscuit yogurt. I do actually really quite like the Sainsburys yogurts because they are nice and thick. It definitely smells of apricot. It's creamy, it's tangy, it's fruity, but you get that amaretti flavour coming through as well. It's a really good yogurt. Obviously, you need to like the flavour of apricot and amaretti, but I would definitely recommend this. From Sainsburys, we have these Tiramisu loaf cakes, which are 4 coloured vanilla flavour sponges with coffee, topped with vanilla flavour buttercream and cocoa dusting. Well, some of them have been topped more than others, that's all I'm saying. Unfortunately, when I'm filming in landscape mode like this, I cannot get me unwrapping things from cases in shot because I'm sitting on the floor. So I'm having to balance things precariously on my knee. I really need a couple of extra hands. So looking at it, I mean, it's a heavy cake. It's definitely very moist, or if you don't like the word moist, we'll just call it damp. I've done that before. So a nice damp cake. And yeah, the ratio of icing to sponge seems good. I'm going to go to for the end that's got the icing right there. It does have a tiramisu flavour and the cake texture is very, very nice. The buttercream is really, really sweet, maybe verging on being a little too sweet for me. I know a lot of people love Costco cakes, but I find that the buttercream icing or frosting they put on those cakes is way, way too sweet, and I hate it. And this reminds me a bit of that. Nice for a different treat, but you do need to have a really sweet tooth. On the menu for today's part of the taste test, we have this basil and parmesan flatbread, and I'm going to need to pop this in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes, and then I will give it a try, and I will be then eating the rest of it with a pasta dish. I'm not just going to eat the bread like this, but I couldn't find anything to go with it that was new in Sainsburys that I would actually like. So I'm just going to be trying it as it is for this video. But it's not how I would normally eat a bread like this. I would have it as an accompaniment to something more substantial. Here we have a sliver of the flatbread. I didn't want to cook the whole thing because I want to freeze some of it. I'm not going to eat an entire flatbread in one go to myself. And because I'm tasting quite a few products today, I didn't want to end up getting too full. So I thought it was better to just cook a little bit, but I made sure that I got plenty of the topping. This is burning my fingers. Ouch. Yes, that was a pathetic bite. It's because I don't want to burn my mouth. But even that bite, tiny as it is, it's full of that pesto flavour. The bread is light and fluffy, airy, but it's also crisp, and that pesto topping is amazing. The parmesan, not really getting. I think the flavour of the pesto does overwhelm the parmesan, but if, like me, you're going to be dipping it in something that's probably cheesy anyway, it's not going to matter that much. I really like this as an alternative to, say, a garlic bread, and yeah, I'd recommend it. Here I have a wild mushroom pasta with parmesan cheese and a parsley and thyme dressing from Sainsburys. It smells amazing, and that's how it looks. Subscribers of my channel will probably already know how much I adore mushrooms, so I'm really hoping I'm going to like this. If I can actually get a bit with the mushroom on. The dressing on the pasta is herby and delicious. It's got a bit of a zing to it as well. The mushrooms are juicy and chunky, and yeah, I really, really like this, especially because it was on offer. Definitely something I would recommend to you guys. I know I have already done a cake in this video, but this vanilla latte cake was on offer and I couldn't resist. I was having to choose between the apricot and mascarpone and this one. And I went with the apricot and mascarpone first time round because I knew I'd be getting the tiramisu cakes, but because I found the tiramisu cakes quite disappointing, I ended up just picking this up. So I'm going to go cut a slice and let's hope it doesn't disappoint. I've also got a raspberry ripple muffin, which I'm going to be trying in a minute, but here is the cake. Now, it looks like it's a layer of vanilla sponge, then you've got the buttercream, then a coffee sponge, then more buttercream and coffee on top. I wasn't expecting it to have two different types of sponge, but I really like that idea. The buttercream is sweet and it's got that lovely vanilla flavour, but the coffee flavour does come through. It's not super strong. I think if you're a regular coffee drinker like me, you will not find this a super strong coffee cake. It doesn't taste like coffee cake. You've definitely got the impact of the vanilla as well. It's moist, sorry, and really delicious. I actually like this a lot. Good job, Sainsburys. Raspberry ripple muffin time. Marbled raspberry and vanilla flavour muffin with raspberry pieces, filled with apple and raspberry jam and topped with white icing. I can never work out quite how to get into these boxes, and I always end up destroying them. Well, it's a decent sized muffin. You can see the marbling. Feels a bit on the dry side. The icing is quite sweet and it does have that kind of meringue flavour to it. The muffin does have a lovely raspberry taste. However, it's a heavy, heavy muffin. It would be better if it was lighter. Like it, but don't love it. So it's definitely time I had something savoury in this video. So I have these 6 Aubergine Parmigiana parcels. They are pastry filled with roasted aubergine, mozzarella, tomato and herbs. You do need to oven heat them for 10 to 12 minutes, 180 degrees fan oven. So that is exactly what I am going to go and do right now. Okay, so I have one tiny parcel on a massive dinner plate, which I know looks absolutely ridiculous, but I am ridiculous, so really you should probably be expecting it from me by now. I also have a knife and fork because this thing is hot. So I don't know if you'll really be able to see much inside. That bite was mostly pastry. There was some of the filling. The pastry is delicious. It's buttery and flaky and thin and light and just exactly how you would want it to be. And that filling is delicious as well. Tomatoey and creamy. Really, really good. I got these, I think I got them for 85p because they were reduced because it was best before date today. They were currently on offer at £1.75. And yeah, I would have these again. In my new in taste test videos, I usually like to stick to 10 items because I think that's probably enough. But I know in one of my new in branded videos, I think I had maybe 13 because I can't count. Today I do have 11 because I just could not choose between Sainsbury's sumptuously sticky toffee cake and Sainsbury's Billionaire's cheesecake. So I didn't, and I got them both. Now, if you watched the video I did ages back where I tried the full in-store bakery range of Sainsbury's, I did find quite a lot of their cakes disappointed. If you haven't watched it, why the hell not? You can go and watch it when you've watched this one. So, oh, okay. This is heavy. It feels sticky. It's got a lot of weight to it for a cake, which does not fill me with confidence. Super stodgy, but actually delicious. Not dry. It's got the sticky toffee flavour. The icing is just the right amount. It's not too sweet. It is very rich. I don't know if I would get it again. I would get it again. Who am I kidding? It is really, really nice. If you like sticky toffee, which I do. Let's see if the Billionaire's cheesecake slice is as good. New York style vanilla cheesecake with digestive biscuit crumb topped with caramel chocolate icing and dark chocolate nips. This is not, it's going to be a bit messy to get out the box. It certainly looks very sumptuous. The base is too soft for me, and I think there's not enough base for the amount of topping. It's a really, really thick layer of cream cheese, and the consistency of it is also really thick. There is a bit of a chocolatey caramel taste to it, but that middle layer overpowers everything. So I wouldn't get this one again, guys, and it seems a shame to end the video on a slightly less than sweet note, but as ever, thank you for watching. Take care, and please do come back for the next one and subscribe, please. Please. Thank you. Bye.